Okay, guys, get back up. Dust yourselves off. We've all been wondering what happened. We've been, just a lot of us in a depression. Did a couple shots of tequila the other night. Good brand, by the way. Ghost, you should try it. And no, they're not paying me for that. In any case, what I wanted to do here is to remind you that the thing that authoritarians that allows them to bring power together is the wimpiness of a populace that gives in. So right after the election, tough guy, who turned against Trump, Anthony Scaramucci, was like, "You did great, Mr. Trump. You ran a wonderful race. And Elon Musk, you're so great." We always knew who he was. Jeff Bezos, coward. One of the richest men in the world, of course, but all he cares about is Amazon and his own ego. So what did he do? He congratulated Trump. "Oh, you're terrific and wonderful," after refusing to let his paper endorse Kamala Harris. It's important to not do that. And that's why we have Eric Swalwell, folks, a friend of the channel and a fantastic congressman who decided to come out on a number of shows and not back down, call Donald Trump exactly what he is, as well as the Republican Party. Point out the stakes and who they are. And that's what we need from all of us. I'm doing that in my own little way here in my live streams, which I'm hoping you're catching. And you all need to do that too. The more voices that speak out, the more courage you give others. So let's watch Eric Swalwell.
Yeah, let's get loud and let's get going. Because if a young woman in Florida, where a 6-week ban is now the law of the land, can get up today and find her way through, we can too. And if a soldier in a trench in eastern Ukraine who just saw their best ally walk away from them can keep fighting, we can too. And if a high school student who's going to go to school today in a country that's going to arm mass shooters to the teeth and they're still going to get through it, we can too. It doesn't feel good to lose. It sucks. I hate it. I hate what this winner says about our country and the people who make it so great. But we have work to do. We've dealt with this guy before. He's a one-term president coming in. He's in serious cognitive decline. We're not helpless. We are privileged to be among those who can do something. And by the way, there's no time to mourn or grieve for too long, because the next play is going to happen pretty soon when he starts to nominate all of the cabinet officials who will implement Trump's Project 2025. And so we got to be loud. We have to get in front of all of the senators who are going to be voting on this and make our cases to them as to why people like Rick Grenell and Kash Patel and all these others in the rogues gallery cannot be in charge of our country, why our kids need vaccines, and we're not going to let RFK Jr. as the health secretary take them away. So there's a lot of plays coming down the field. And so we should, be upset, but let's put our helmets on, get back on the field and defend, the yardage between us and Project 2025 becoming the law of the land.
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus!
One of the candidates in the presidential race, we're talking about bipartisanship out there on the campaign trail, and that was not ultimately what won. So Trump picked up support almost across the board with the working class, with voters of color, with men and women. He closed the gap in blue states. He expanded support in swing states. Republicans just took back the Senate. Did voters hand Trump and the Republican Party a sweeping mandate?
Well, I respect the will of the people, certainly. I'm not going to respect the ill of a weasel in Donald Trump, somebody who doesn't understand that these same voters don't want government-mandated abortions. They don't want a sweep up and roundup of anyone who looks like an immigrant in this country. They don't want us to walk away from our obligation to defend Ukraine. There's a lot we can work on together if he wants to be serious, if he wants to have security at the border and address the workforce crisis and immigration. You're going to find more Democrats than not who want to be there with him. But if he just wants to carry out grievances against his political enemies, he's looking at the tallest fence in the post right now as to the effort that's going to fence in any of his corruption or political grievance campaigns.
So first of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.